many made it. They now call that the Trail of Death, which is similar to what they did to the Cherokee in Carolinas. They call that the Trail of Tears. Pierre Navarre, being a good son-in-law, went with his wife and her family because they were Potawatomi. After she died, we assume he returned then to South Bend, where he lived with one of his daughters in town here, where he died in 1864. So that is Mr. Navarre. Credited with being the first white settler in St. Joe County. If you noticed on Alexis Coquillard's stone, he also is laying claim to that. We'll let them fight that out. All right? So, all right, on to another Coquillard. Guess what the first name is?
A lot of history here.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like we can incorporate into our tours.
Yeah. The history about kind of boring. I know we're busy about that kind of boring too, apparently. Cool, just around the river on this one in New Orleans. The hike one.
You should have been with that Crown Hill one. That was good. I will give him credit on that one. I mean, okay, that might be kind of cool too, but no, I mean, just some of the stuff you'd think would be boring is how he was making it real interesting. I enjoyed it. Oh no.
Large family plot for another Alexis. One of the later Alexises, Coquillard, born in 1882, ended up dying in 1955. Not a whole lot, not a whole lot to say so much for this Alexis. Just wanted to point out, plus a very large stone. Here, you'll always give direction by the big stone. Here you can see it has his initials, A and C, at the top. They have carved it with oak leaves, which, if you ever see oak leaves on a gravestone, it usually means strength, longevity, that sort of thing, because of the oak tree. Lives a long time. It could also mean they have nuts, so who knows. So, all right, and with that, we're going to kind of move back. See that other big obelisk back there? There's another big one. That's the O'Brien family. So we're heading there next.
Actually, I think that's how I'm going to promote it. It's a quiet historical tour or something like that. With a twist. Yeah.
Should we do South ones?
Huh?
South one's old. We should do South ones.
Do the research. Get us the
How hard
graves
is
and
it?
stuff.
They both got shot a year apart. She's okay.
Yeah, it's one grave. You need like 30
That's
to do a
two
tour.
graves.
Okay, 2 graves. You need like 30 to do a tour.
I got 2. I have 3 because there's another one in there. If you promise me that we can donate some of the money to the thing that they're building out there.
Oh, no, I don't like none of that.
Shut up.
My money.
Half the money goes to...
No, I need my money.
No, half the money goes to... I do the research, half the money goes to zero to
you do enough research to get it?
I said I'd like to want it southbound. And I told him if I did the research, then half the money goes to the
But I guess some of the trees don't like tree trunks and. So I keep saying I'm gonna go down and help. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pelly guy.
Yeah, I found his.
Maybe I just use Justin in the basement with the spinning lights.
Oh, yeah.
I just need a big one. It actually like to go in and out of the house if I'm doing something outside. So I have to tuck my shoes up.
they're easy to slip in.
I think I paid like $6 for me.
I mean, John Floyd is out
Yeah.
there. He's
$6 around the house, yeah.
You know, from here it looks like a castle illusion.
Have you done the South Bend Cemetery?
City, South Bend City.
Do we know?
We'll keep doing it. Probably next year again.
No, the cost of how much the mine is.
Let's just put more than I have in my pocket. So.
Didn't we do some research sometime on what these things would have cost back then?
Shouldn't be too hard to find. Go online.
There's this thing called library, and they have a lot of research there too.
Research online. I do it from my house.
And if you go there, you might find more than just typing it out online.
Now, I forgot to tell you that some of the earliest interments here are mostly in that corner of the cemetery. There is people that have died in 1838. Now, that was prior to this cemetery being founded. There was actually an old cemetery across 31, just west of what is now St. Joe High School. That area was surrounded by groves, evidently, of cedar trees. And when, I can never get this right, when they founded this cemetery, it also had cedars in it, a lot of them. Now, a lot of them are gone, and they've been replaced, but that's one of the reasons why they called it Cedar Grove. Now, when they did that, they were tearing down forests and trees out there to build Navarre Place and some of the other neighborhoods that surround Angela Boulevard or down around there. And they took out and exhumed all the remains from there and then reburied them over here. Some of the stones are old enough that they are completely blank. One of the stones is just a stand-up rectangular stone, and it's splitting apart vertically. So some of the very earliest burials here in South Bend in this area were first across the street, but they were reinterred over here, reburied over here. There are, like you have in the booklet, there were some news reports that when they started working on Angel Boulevard or they started expanding US 31 up here, they would run into Native American remains. Native Americans buried their dead into small mounds, along with trinkets and other stuff that they would need in the afterlife. And when they would bring in a steam shovel and shovel something, they'd find a skull, rib bone, pellet, that sort of thing. So a lot of those remains were packaged up. A lot of what they thought were mostly Native American remains, and they were brought over and buried. And we'll see that close to the end. But this family plot belongs to the O'Brien family. This very large plot. Spent quite a bit of money erecting the obelisk here. Prior to Mr. Patrick O'Brien being one of South Bend's industrialists, he had been a musician in the Civil War. After the Civil War, Patrick found work in the varnishing plant at the Studebaker Brothers, varnishing new carriages, wagons. It was quite an involved process. There were several layers of varnish that they had to put on all those carriages. And they had to buff between